Georgia in what many refer to as the prettiest little stadium in America and home to the Georgia Southern Eagles. But trust me, it can get a little ugly if you come in here and you're not an Eagle. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the James Madison Dukes taking on the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
Entering play call screen.
The Dukes will kick it away to start. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Georgia Southern's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You're dang right. You earn it by doing it. He's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Bust through behind his pad. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The Eagles will hustle to the line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So the James Madison Dukes offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Strikes the blow. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. He'll run it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line.
Storm Brave is selected.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in the...
Touchdown, Eagles! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting work, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 flash. Rice came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Houston had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Right, he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Dukes want to crank the tempo. At the 35, he's got room. Afterburners coming. The 20. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes.
Entering play call,
Touchdown,
coach
Duke.
suggestions. There are 8
Lining up for the
categories.
PAT.
15 options.
Hit that one with some
selected.
aggression for the point
Entering
after.
play call, special
Quick work on that
teams.
scoring
We have
drive, just 4
options.
plays.
Kickoff middle is
And they
selected.
capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Pryor. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and to catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then...
Gets away from one, finds room. He's loose. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets to his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good game before the stop is made. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw, it's Cooper. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming in. Well done.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. The Dukes will move the sticks with the first down.
There are 5
Sixth play of the drive coming up.
Options with sought out is selected.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came down.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Entering play
and the defense there goes zone coverage. Maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the penalties.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got the quick pass. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are talking about that out route there. If your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage and a really nice throw on that out route.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Dukes headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half.
There are 14 categories.
Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Pulls and throws off the RPO.
He's
there to make the stop, and then he threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
Suggestions.
And the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 5 options. Kickoff middle is selected.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sideline. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back.
Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15
the DB
options.
saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Here comes the offense on the field again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Dorsey. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. He's going to pass. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd and 2, and 4 receivers spread all over the field.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. He's got it, and he delivers the blow, and he's still running. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Eagles! Boy, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this offense. As you see the explosion, it's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offense is just, they got the upper hand.
Entering play call. Coach
ready
suggestions.
To try the point
there
after.
are 6 categories.
Smashes it through for the PAT. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to SMU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Moss. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
HB corner is selected.
He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Dukes come to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking downfield, it's Cooper. Gets it out fast. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. The offense will quickly use the timeout. The Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
There are 2 categories. You have 18
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Statesboro. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 7 options.
Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Cooper. Skips away from pressure. He'll turn it loose out to the right. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He'll get rid of it. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Knight. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
There are 11
it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. To the air, it's Cooper. Throws to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw...
Oh, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Trying to find his man on first down. Getting some heat. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And I love it because you got second and really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. And the Dukes will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
You have 3 options.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something. Dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field. So you might want to get a little more aggressive.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Dukes are on the move. They'll ride the hot hand.
Entering from a shotgun. Wing slot W. Power red. 4 verticals. RPO peak hook slant.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Cooper. Got his man on the right. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Entering play call.
Boy, his freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he see that thing in there? From the 33, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss. He can pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
Concept. Mesh. There are 14 categories.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, defenses play zone. All eyes on the field. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And he was off to the races, finally took it up at the 36.
Categories, you have 27 options. Overstorm Brady selected.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats.
Entering play call under.
Push down to start the drive after the break.
18 options. Cover 1 holes. Give cushion.
To the ground, he's got it again. Oh, what a move! And he's brought down after a nice game. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Categories, you have 18 options, and 0 blast is selected. formation.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Georgia Southern will have it now, 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Return left is selected.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive. It made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
HB Sting is selected.
Out of the gun to give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Play call inside zone. There are 10 categories.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Defense is about firing off.
There are 14 categories. You have 11 options.
You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. 1st down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Murphy. A quick tackle made, but he's got play for the 1st down.
The offense has practiced the situation. This is a 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get 1st downs. They do that. They stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Finds his tight end. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead down a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. It looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're on 14 over SMU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business.
And he throws another interception. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be first down for this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Dropping back, it's Cooper. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop after the catch. Still some work to do to pick up that first down. Trying to convert this second and short. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he's stopped. And the Dukes will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the D deny them on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. The 18 unit on the field. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Looks like the regular kickoff unit out there, but with this time and score and no timeouts, you've got to go for the onside kick here. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So in the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, but now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer and David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Entering post games, return to hub. Entering weekly advanced summary screen. Entering yes. Entering play now is selected. Road to game modes you load. Road to the CFP is selected. Entering road to the CFP screen, you have two options. Matchmaking 134 option. Advance. Find opponent. Marshall, Maryland, Memphis, Miami Hurricanes. Searching for opponent. Estimated wait time 10 seconds.
Welcome to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Pistol Pete ready to start firing those pistols for the battle we have in store. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Entering play call screen.
The Cowboys will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15
Offense
options.
getting set for first down.
Selected.
The give to the back. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after
Entering
picking up 3
play
to the
call, coach
26.
suggestions. There are
And
8
offenses want to
categories. You
continue
have
to
15
feature the run. They
options.
want
Inside
balance.
zone
Even if
selected.
it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. Tackled, but he has a
Entering
first
play
down.
call, Haji Gal.
No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great
Formation.
defense.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Back to throw, it's Ward. Quarterback now breaking the field. He finds his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Canes are marching down the field.
Short cross.
To the air on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Just a short pass to the tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on you on second down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there. Understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
They're bringing heat. This one's complete. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Complete on the shuffle. Tripped up for the tackle.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Trying to escape and get it himself. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter.
Entering play concept. Ohio, there are 5 categories. You have 3 options. Ohio spacing is
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run play action. Buys a little time. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Run.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to...
And he takes it in for the score.
Entering
Touchdown,
play
Kane.
call, coach suggestions. There are
Your
8
opponent
categories.
can't
You
beat
have
you if
15
you don't give
options.
them the
That attempt
football.
is
They were able
selected.
to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that
Entering play
impressive
call,
rushing touchdown.
special teams.
And
You
they
have
tacked
5
on the
options.
extra point.
Kickoff left is
About to
selected.
kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff
Entering
out
play
of bounds,
call.
and the offense will have a little bit easier time of
There are
things.
2 categories.
A first
You
down
have
for
18
the
options.
offense.
Cover 1 Robert press is selected.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And the Cowboys in the hurry up. Now the play fake. Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts it down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Back to throw, it's Bowman. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 30.
Entering, attention, pop up, the connection to your peer has been lost, exit game. Entering, pending game results, pop up your preview. Entering road to the CFP screen, you have 2 options. Matchmaking 134 op. Entering, pending game results, pop up your previous. Entering road to the CFP screen, you have. Entering home screen road, X, road to play now is selected.